Hello, U10. Welcome to a new topic. This topic is on a global scale. This is all about how we impact the world around us in a very practical way. As you can see behind me, we've got the Earth and you can see Australia there, and you might be able to pinpoint where we approximately are on that map. You might see yourself as insignificant if you're talking about a global scale. You're just one of 7.67 billion people. How much do you really make an impact to the world at that level? Well, I'm going to suggest to you across this unit that you make a major impact, that you have a significant effect. And today we're going to start that. So today, this is your whole idea. What effect or impacts do you have on the world in your lifetime? And today you're going to be doing an opinion piece. The opinion piece will be half a page to a maximum of 1 page long. You can't get it wrong. There's no right or wrong answer. As long as you start at a reasonably good point. It's got to be a practical, physical effect or impact. Not existential, not emotional. So we want a physical, behavioural effect or impact you have on your world. I'm going to give you an example. You can't use this example. There's many more, but this is just the one I want to share with you. I'm just going to talk about respiration and one part of that, which is breathing out. What impact does the effect of me breathing out have on a global scale across my lifetime? How I would do that, I just spend 5 minutes figuring out how much carbon dioxide, or even just how much air, how much waste product I would be exhaling. So I would do a calculation, spend a couple of minutes just doing a calculation, let's say 100 mil per breath. Let's say that there's 30 breaths per minute, so that's 30 times 100 mil, so that's 3,000 mil, which is 3 litres, approximately 3 litres of waste product breath coming out per minute, and then I would times that by hours, and then days in my lifetime across, say, 70 years. So I'd do that calculation before I started this opinion piece and wrote that down. Now, let's say for just circumstances right now, let's say that added up to 56,000 tonnes. 56,000 tonnes of waste product carbon dioxide. Who cares? Is that really a big deal? Well, my opinion piece would be this. Yes, it is. Why? Well, that's a waste product. Why is that? Well, if it was just me and my family in a little bubble from the start of ever till now, well, we wouldn't be able to survive very long because we exhale all carbon dioxide, and there'd be a lacking in oxygen very, very quickly in our little family bubble, and we would all asphyxiate and die because we wouldn't be able to have any more oxygen coming into our little bubble. So therefore, where does this carbon dioxide go? Well, as you know, very well know, the carbon cycle, a lot of this is used up by plants. So therefore, that 56,000 tonnes is going to be breathed in via plants. And I could probably just look up how many plants that those 56,000 tonnes might be, how many plants are necessary, and how quickly they would take that up. So I would be supporting the life of a number of trees. And let's say an average tree is 5 to 8 meters, and for example, that 56,000 tonnes might support, for the same amount of time as me, might support 500 trees at the exact same 70-year period. Now, again, I'm just kind of quickly searching that up. You don't have to be perfect on this, but just get your head around what you could how this could relate to something else and then something else. So I now have in my hands, in my breath, I have the way of giving those 500 trees what they need for them to grow. Well, not everything. Yes, they need nutrients, and yes, they need water, but they need carbon dioxide to photosynthesize, don't they? So I'm supporting them. I'm helping them breathe. I'm helping them live. Well, why does that matter? Well, then they go and support many other organisms to then have oxygen. They also put carbon in the soil in order for other organisms like fungi and legumes, they put that into the soil so other organisms can also survive. So I not only have an impact on a number of plants, but I also have an impact on those organisms, those microorganisms that live under that plant. What else can I have an effect on? Well, maybe some of that carbon dioxide doesn't go into those plants. Some of those carbon dioxide goes into the atmosphere. And when that happens, that affects our global warming. That affects it on the atmospheric scale. Well, what happens if that just stays in there and doesn't get used up by anything? Well, it forms a nice big layer, and the whole climatic changes due to global warming might continue and might get just that a little bit worse, just because I've lived on this earth for 70 years and I've breathed out. Then, what does that have an impact on? Well, if I breathe out that much, does that affect certain weather conditions? If it gets a little bit warmer due to me being on this earth and exhaling over 70 years or so, could that have a slight impact on the warmth of this world, on the warmth that is around me? Maybe. Can you see? It's all opinion. It's all thoughts. I don't care if you get this wrong. I don't care if you even kind of slightly make things up. I care that you think about, it's kind of, if you've ever heard of the butterfly effect, how if one butterfly batters its wings, does that serve a purpose somewhere on the other side of the world due to the chain of events, the effects that one after the other affects another. A small thing can possibly, after it gets transmitted and the chain continues down, does it have an impact? It doesn't have to be a big impact, but I want you to recognize the impacts in a number of areas today. Again, don't mind if you make things up, and you really can't get it wrong. But don't use my example today. Use your own, but there's many other effects, physical and behavioral effects that you have on your world around you. I've just used exhaling. All right, good luck. Please post that in the due work, your half-page tour page. And just spend a little bit of time just researching a little bit, but not too much, 5 minutes at the most, and write your opinion piece and put it in the due work. All right, really excited to read your thoughts and ideas today. Good luck.